Hello guys, welcome back on Unreal Dystopia, and today we are going to see how to create an inventory system. So guys, the first thing to do is to create a structure. So right click in empty space, go to blueprint and select structure like this. Open it, and here you can see that you can add some variables. Actually, you need to add 4 variables, okay? One integer, one texture, one name, and string type, and one boolean variable. The integer will stand for the amount of the item that you are going to loot. The texture is the image of the item. The string variable is gonna be the name of the item, and the boolean will tell us whatever the item is taken or not. Okay, so to do this, you add your 4 variables like this, and here you select integer, name, textures, just type texture like this, okay, and leave that last one as a boolean, and here you will name them amount, sorry, amount, name, etc. You name them like me, amount, item, image, item name, and taken or not. So that was the first thing. The second thing is to create the actor of the item, the loot table items. Okay, guys. So right click, blueprint class, actor, and that's it. Here you will add a static mesh. There it is. This is our static mesh. Okay. Per default, in my case, I have choose this jar. Okay, but in your case, you can modify it as you want. So you will select some, let's say a cube, just for the illustration. Okay, like this, and you will add a capsule collision, like this, collision, capsule collision. This is important in order to be detected by your character. Great. And here on the variable section, click add, and on the type, variable type, you will search for your structure that you created just now. Okay. So in my case, my structure was named inventory structure. So I can go here and search for inventory structure. Okay, there it is. And you click on it. Now, if you go to your event graph and bring your variable, you can split the structure and you will find your 4 variables that you added on your structure. Of course, those variables are gonna be the specific, the characteristic of your item. Okay, for example, if you want that item to be a potion health or sword, for example, this is where it's gonna be. You go to the default value, and here you select the amount, the image, whatever you have an image or not, the item name, and with, whatever it is taken or not. One thing important here, guys, is to make sure to check on the instance editable and expose on spawn. This is important because we will be able to set what item it is before spawning it. Okay, this way we will be able to spawn items that the character is holding depending on what it is holding. You will understand. This is everything for the actor. But here, one last thing to do, guys. In case you want to have a specific static mesh for each item, you need to go to your structure, you add a new variable, search for static mesh like this. Okay, great. Click save. You go to your item actor, and here on the constructor script, you will bring your static mesh, set static mesh, link the output to the set static mesh. You bring your inventory structure, split the structure, and now you should find your, yes, I have used the previous structure. So here I need to use the structure that I have created with you. There it is, this one, new user. Let's name it tutorial structure. Great. And now I will search for it, tutorial structure, and there it is. Change the variable type. Okay, great. Click compile. And now if I actually, there it is. Okay, you can see that now I have my static mesh variable here. I didn't name those variables. Static mesh taken image name and amount. Okay, now you can see that I have my amount, name, image taken, and static mesh, and you link your static mesh to new mesh. This way, on the default value, you can select what static mesh you want for your item. For example, I selected an axe here. If I go to viewport, you can see that my item has taken the appearance of an axe. You can see that I can select whatever I want. Okay, guys, I hope you understand the concept. Let's bring this to default, clear. Okay, now we need to create our user interface or our inventory. So to create it, you right click in an empty space, go to user interface and select widget blueprint, user widget, and name it inventory. Okay, guys, inventory tutorial in my case. This is mine. Okay, this is my inventory. I will teach you how to create the exact same inventory. You can see that my inventory look like this. If I take those items, this is my inventory. If I click on them again, I will drop the items on the ground. So let's do this. Go to your widget that you just created. Here we will do exactly as mine. So here you can see that I have a Canva panel. So to do this, search for Canva panel and you put it here. Hit compile. Okay, you can see that the settings are not changed. Just make sure that it is enabled and not hit this table. Okay, guys. Again, we need to put a horizontal box. Horizontal box. You put it under the Canva panel. Okay. The horizontal box, you need to select the anchors to this one, and here put everything to 0, 0, 0 in order to have this big square screen. Great. Now we are in at this step. Now you can see that I need also to put two vertical boxes. This one is for my character inventory, and this one is for the on the ground items, or the takeable items that the character has not taken yet. So let's add two vertical boxes. Okay, copy, paste, and now I have two vertical box. Let's name this one character inventory, and here we name it on ground item. Great. So now we need to play with the settings. You can see that here my two vertical boxes are set to variables, and here the size is fill. The padding is the first one, the one on the left, it has 500 point of padding on the right, and the one on the right has 500 on the left, in order to have this space between the two of them. So let's do this. Let's select the both of them, set them as is variable fill. Okay, you can see that they are taking this form. And now the padding for the one on the right, let's set it to 500. For the one on the left, or the right for the left and left for the right, 500. And now you have the same, the inventory as mine. Great. So now let's go to the graph and see what is happening. You can see on my inventory, on the event construct, I have this configuration. Actually, you need to add some horizontal boxes under the vertical boxes. In my case, they are compiled. So there they are. Here they are. So to do this, of course, you just go here, search for horizontal boxes, and under each vertical box, you copy paste and you can add your horizontal boxes. Okay, guys. Let's say I have four now. Copy, paste on the second one, and now I have four horizontal boxes for each vertical boxes. So of course, their settings are is variable and the size is auto. So I will select them all is variable and size is auto. Hit compile. Now we have really finished our design. I can see that we are having the same thing. In my case, I named the horizontal boxes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 in order to distinguish between them. Okay, differentiate between each one of them. And now we are going to the graph and see what is happening here. So in your case, you will have this empty space. You will follow me, do what I do. Okay. So the first thing is to add a sequence, sorry, like this. You need to output. Great. Then here we are, you can see 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, which mean the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our character inventory. So we need to bring the horizontal boxes on our character inventory. So in your case here, you will search for those one, okay? Those one, the left one, okay? And you will bring them here. Of course, here you will need to bring them one by one. There is no option to bring them together. No, not difficult, guys. Just break them like this and etc. You will have one, two, the not numerated one, and 132. Of course, in your case, I recommend to name them one, two, three, four. This is the easier, okay? Like this. And there it is. Bring the two, three, four. Okay, guys, let's carry on. In my case, this is my inventory, character inventory horizontal boxes, and for each one, I will select clear children like this. Okay, this is because every time I open my inventory, I need to empty this space and fill it again with my character inventory. You will understand. So here you have your clear children node, and you link all your horizontal boxes here to clear them. Okay, guys, this is mine. After that, you will cast to your character blueprint. Okay, in my case, it is third person character like this, and you get owning player, and you link this here. And from the third person character, one thing important that we have not done on your character blueprint, you need to add the same variable that we added for the actor. Remember the tutorial structure. So you go to your character blueprint on the variable, click add, and here search for inventory structure or inventory tutorial in your case. Okay, guys, and you should have a variable like the item one. Okay, like this. But the difference here is that on the item we have a single type of this variable, but on your character, since it is inventory, so we need multiple items. For example, here tutorial structure like this, you will have the same variable as on your item blueprint, and click compile. you can see that I have this one, but here I have only one item. So what I need to do is to go here and select array, change the variable type, and that's it. Now, if you bring this here, you can see that you have an array. So now you have multiple values, and each index or each item has its own specificity, okay, characteristic. So this is the variable that you need to bring here from the third person character. So you search for what we have named it, new variable. Let's name it inventory, like me. This is mine, okay? No, this is my inventory, okay? I will delete this one and search for inventory. And there it is. Now you can see that I have my inventory variable. And from this, you search for each loop like this, okay? We are here, guys, okay? I am reproducing my blueprint with you. And now one important thing to create is the item UI, the item widget. So right click, go to user interface, widget blueprint, user widget, and now you will name it item tutorial UI, for example. So for now we have created the inventory UI, but of course on the inventory UI you will have multiple image or multiple items, and each item need its own widget or its own UI to be displayed on the inventory UI. I hope it is clear. So your new widget will be empty like this. We are going to create our item UI. This is mine, okay? This is my UI, item UI. So add size box here. You have your size box. After that, on the size box, you need to add a Canva panel like this. Under the Canva panel, you need to add two text box and one image. So text, text, and an image. Of course, now we need to set the dimensions. Here, for the size box, you can see that I am selecting custom size. So you will do the same thing, custom. And for the dimensions are 100, 100. Great. The Canva panel need to be horizontal alignment and vertical alignment like this. This is already done. And the image need to have an anchor like this. And of course, don't forget to set this to 0. Now you are having my item UI. Now for the text, one is up on the bottom right and the other on the top. This one is already on the top, but let's anchor it on the top, and the second one on the bottom right like this. And of course we need to bring it down like this, and we are done. What you need to do also, you will need to add the famous variable structure. So go to your graph, sorry, here on your graph, and on the variable section here you will search again for your tutorial structure variable like this, and check on the instance editable and expose on spawn, hit compile. Okay, so now you go back to design. For the image here, okay, on the image you need to create a binding. You can see here because the image need to take the image of the item. Okay, this one, the texture. So in my case, you can see that my image brush has the get brush function. This is the binding. You can see, you will see how to do this. Create a binding. There it is. Okay, you will see, you will have this graph. From here, you will get your image and get brush. You split this the structure pin of the brush, and also you bring your inventory structure. You will split it. Here also you will split this structure. And now from the inventory variable, you will link the return the new static mesh. No, sorry, not the static mesh, the image to the value image, and the rest will be the same as the per default values, like this. So we need only to change our return value image. You can see here on the image item or component. If you go to brush here, you need anything to be the same but the image, and this is exactly what we have done here. We keep we kept all the values per default, but we change the return value image. And this is for the image. Now we need to modify the text. Okay, the first one is the name of the item. Let's name it name text, and the second one will be the amount. So for the first one also, you will create a binding, or you can just, here you can see that you will have on the properties a new your new variable or your item variable. You will search for since it is the name, you will not find the name, so just create a binding, bring your structure variable, split the structure from the name, you will link this here, hit compile. And for the amount, you can just go to your new variable and click amount, and this way your item will automatically get the values of your item or your item structure. Okay, the variable of your item structure. So now we have created our item UI. Okay, we have not done yet on this graph or on this UI, but we will go back again. So let's go back to the inventory. We have stopped here. You can see that for the each loop has its array element here taking the type of the inventory variable. You need to split its structure, and here you will create widget. Here you will search for your item UI. Item tutorial UI, and you link the loop body here. You split the structure, and here you will keep everything as it is. Everything but the element taken. Okay, because here this is the items holded by your character, so they need to be taken, true. But you will see on the second output of the sequence here, we are going to do the same thing, but the taken will be false because it will be the item on the ground. So let's go back here, and now they need to be all taken. And here for the owning player, just get owning player and link it here, and that's it. Now you will have multiple item UI spawned on your inventory. Okay, now we need to tell them where exactly to put them. Okay, so here you can see that I am using a variable. So go to your variable section here, and you will create an integer, two integers actually, one for the left horizontal box and one for the right horizontal box. Okay, They are just two integers that you are going to create. And then you will use a branch. So here we are using a branch. The condition will be, of course, you will bring those horizontal boxes of the left partition, which mean the character inventory. You will bring them all here, and for each you will get all children. And here you will search for last index. And here you will do if it is greater or equal than. Now this number is, you can see in my case I have chosen 3 because I want to on each horizontal box. Once I have 3 or force because the 0 is counted as a number here. Okay guys, on Unreal Engine 0 is counted, it's not nothing. So I want when on one horizontal box I reached or 4 item, 1, 2, 3, 4. I need to go to the second horizontal box and so on. So to do this, I am using the number 3. But if your case, in your case, if you want 5, you can select 4 and etc. And here, the condition will be linked here. But you can see that I have done it for just one horizontal box. To do my configuration, you will disconnect from get all children, and here you will put select. Here you will add pins as the number you have, or matching the number of the horizontal boxes that you have here. And the index, of course, will be the left horizontal box number. Okay, now I am checking the horizontal boxes matching with this variable. And if it is true, which means if I have reached the maximum amount of item to put on each or the selected horizontal box, if it is true, I need to go to the second one. To do this, I need to set this variable as +1. So I will set, I will get plus, and here put 1. And if it is true, I will set it as +1, just like it is here. But if it is false, I need just to add this item, this one, add, sorry, no, not like this. I will copy paste this again here, and from the return value, I will add children or add child, and the content will be the item tutorial or the item UI. Okay, and that's my configuration for the character, uh, the character inventory. This is exactly what I have here. Okay guys, let's just organize a little bit this mess. So this is exactly what I have here. So we are going to do the same thing but for the on the ground items. Again, we will do the same thing, exact same thing, clear children, cast to the third person character. But here we are not gonna use our item or inventory variable. We are going to use the get overlapping actors. So here, from here you will get overlapping actors, of course, of the capsule component. And that's it. And for each overlapping actor, I will cast to, sorry, for each loop, like this. You can see I will cast to the item in order to check if the overlapping actor, no, the item actor, okay guys, in order to check if what I am overlapping is an item or a takeable actor or not. If it is true, it will go on. If it is false, it will block here or get out from here, the cast file, which we are not gonna use or which we don't need. So that's it for the get overlapping actor. And of course, if it is an item, a takeable item, we need to do the same thing here. We will create an item and add it to not the left horizontal boxes, the right horizontal boxes, like this. I am creating the item. I am using the item actor that I am overlapping the data or item structure. Well, I mean by that this variable, okay, this variable of this actor item, okay, in order to display their content here. So I will create item widget, select the item, and here you will have this input. The same difference, sorry, the only difference between this one and this one is that on the top one we have checked the is taken because it was the character inventory, but here we need to let it false, okay? And that's it. After that, you will do the same thing that we done here, okay? But instead of using the left horizontal boxes, which are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we are going to use those ones, okay? And of course, you need the second integer variable, which was right horizontal box number. And you do the same thing, okay, guys? You can see that it is the same thing. And you should have my exact same inventory UI. I am precising that this is the inventory UI. So until now, we have created our structure, our item actor, our inventory UI. Okay. What we need to add lastly is to configure our item UI, which I mean by that each item need to have its own characteristic when we click on it. For example, if it is not taken, remember here we had taken or not, sorry, here we had taken or not. So here if I click on a taken item, I need to drop it down. If I click on a not taken item, I need to take it, okay? And also I need to tell each item is used for what. For example, if it is a potion item, I need to add health to my character, okay? So to do this, we are using some logics. So in your case, you should have this one, and your event graph must be empty, just the setup of the image and the text and the name, the amount and the name. So here what you need to do, you go to functions, you search for on mouse button down, okay? And you should have this. You break this link, and here you are going to follow with me. So now you need to create a sequence, of course. Sequence, link it here. After that, you will have a branch. You bring your structure variable here, split the structure and link whatever the item is taken or not. So now we will have two scenarios. One if the item is taken, and the other one if it is not. Let's start by if it is taken. So if it is taken, we need to check what mouse button we are using. So if it is the right mouse button, for example, here you will select right mouse button. Again, use a branch and link true here. If it is true, which means if we are clicking on a taken item by the right mouse button, we need to use the item. So here, each item will have its own effect. For example, a potion item uh, will increase our character life. So I am first check whatever my character own this item or not. Okay, I know here we have told the engine that if it is taken, but we need also to tell the character that we are using it, and this way it will uh, it will subtract one item or one amount, one unit of this item from our character inventory. So you cost to, sorry, cost to your character, player character. The object will be owning, sorry guys, owning player. Get the inventory character variable for each loop like this. Branch, and here from the name you will check whatever, sorry, equal the item structure, which mean this one. Break split the structure, and this is it. If it is true, which mean we are on the the exact index. Okay, so if it is true, we will bring again our inventory. We will set the array element, split the structure of the item. The index will be array index. The item amount will be this minus 1. Okay guys, it will be linked here. The image will be the same. The taken, of course, it will be taken because we are on the character inventory, and the name will be the same. And this is exactly what I have here. Okay guys, don't be afraid. I am just checking what or I am just searching for the exact index. Okay, for example, here I have um, poison or sword weapon, and here I have a potion. So I need to go to the index number 3. To go to the index number 3, I need to search for each item, check if the name is equal to the name of this item. That's it. It's not difficult. And after that, I will check if my amount is 0, because here I just set it as the amount minus 1. I subtracted 1 unit from my index on the inventory of the character inventory. Okay, if it is here, I will get again my inventory, get the reference, this reference. Okay, you can see, spread the structure, equal or less, less or equal to 0, branch. I need to remove this index or the appropriate index. To do this, you again bring from your inventory variable of the character inventory, remove index. And the index, of course, is this one, right index. You link it here. Okay, so this was for the character inventory. Now we need to use the item actually. So here we need to tell each item what it is. So I will use a note named switch on name here. I will link this here. Okay. From the false also we need to go here because we are just removing the index if we have no more item. And here I will add some pins. And when you click on switch on name, you can see here I have a bunch amount of names. Of course, here what you are going to do, fill each index by the name of the items that you are going to put on your game. For example, if you are going to use multiple items and each item will be potion, coins, you will need to add those names here. All the usable item, okay guys, all the names of the usable item. For example, here if I have potion, you can see of course here the selection will be linked to the array name. And now when I am searching for my item on my character inventory, once I reach the item name here, and it will check if its name is potion, I will, for example, here on my character blueprint, I will set the life or my character to guess the life again, plus a certain amount that you are going to choose. For example, 10 point, and link the point here. Okay, guys, potions, sorry, and so on. You are gonna do this for each item, and each item will have its own action. In my case, I have chosen this print string for debugging. For example, if I have potion, and eggs, dragon head, or coins, and whatever, each output will do something. And of course, it's up to you to do the blueprint or the logic doing what you want. In my case, raising the life point, I am using this logic. But you, if you want to do an explosion, for example, just spawn an emitter and get all overlapping actors and destroy all overlapping actors and etc. So I hope you got the idea. So that was when we are clicking the right mouse button on a takeable item. So if it is false, which means we are using a mouse, but it is not the right mouse button. So here you can either use this node again and select, sorry, from here. You can use this node again, is mouse button, the left mouse button. You do another branch and you link this here. It is working also, okay guys, it works again also. And after that, which mean we are clicking with the left mouse button. Of course, in my case, I have this, I choose to use the left mouse button to drop the item. For example, here, I click on the item, I am dropping it. Okay, guys, I hope you understand the idea. So in your case, again, you will cast to your third person character. You get your uh, idea. I have not told about that. You need to add on your character a ground, a scene component. Okay, go to your mesh, add scene. Here you select scene and name it ground, just like me, and put it on the ground just where you want to spawn the dropped item. Okay, go back to your item UI. You cast your third person character. You bring your ground scene all the way down. You will find it. Get word location, and you will spawn an actor. Okay, what actor you are gonna spawn? If of course this is the item actor, and you will see that you are going to set this variable before spawning it. Remember, I told you to check the instancity table and expose on spawn. So just use the node spawn actor from class, search for item. If you hit compile, you will find item data. You split the structure, and here you are gonna bring your item data from your item UI, and of course here the amount will be 1 because you are dropping only one item, and the rest will be the same, but the taken now must be false because the item on the ground is not taken. The spawn transform, you are gonna split it again, use the word location of the ground, and don't matter for the rotation and the scale, it's up to you. Make sure to set the collision handling override always spawn, and after that you are gonna do what we have done here in order to subtract one unit from your inventory or your character inventory of the appropriate item. Okay, so just bring your inventory from your character blueprint, search for the name, it must be equal. If it is true, you will set the array -1. Okay, and you check if it is 0, which means you don't have this item anymore, you will remove its index, okay, by using this node. And that's it. This is for dropping item on the ground. That was if we are clicking on a taken item. So now if it is false, we are gonna take the item. So you cast to your third person character, search for your inventory. Again, if you have this item, you are gonna do the inverse or the contrary what we have done here. We are you do a +1. So here you are gonna search if you have this item. If it is true, you are gonna create a new variable named a boolean named contain, which means yes, our character contain this item. And in this case, you set the array of your character inventory to, don't forget the index, okay, here from here this is the array index, and it will be +1 or plus what this item has as amount. If in its inventory structure variable has more than one unit, you just link the plus to the data amount here. But if you want to add just one unit, you just break this and put here 1. Okay, guys? And this is it. From the completed, okay, you are gonna create a branch with the variable contain. Here we are on in the case where we don't have this item on your inventory. So here, this is the case where you have the item, you are just adding a unit, but here on the complete, and if the contain is false, which means we have not set it to true here, we will bring your inventory variable and search for add like this. And here you link your item data like this. But if you do contain the item, which is this case, okay, I am destroying the item per the ground on the ground. Okay, you can see here, if I click here, I am destroying the item on the ground, and this must be done after the completed node, not here, okay, because you are gonna destroy a lot of things. So this output is the same case as here, but it must be done one time. This is why I am using the completed output. You will get all the overlapping actor just like here. Remember, just like here, all the overlapping actors. And for each one, okay, for each one, I will cast it to the item actor. And once I reach the name of the item actor, sorry, the same name as the item I am clicking on. If it is true, I will destroy the item I am overlapping. Okay, guys? And lastly, from the sequence, the second output, you will cast to your third person character and you will open the inventory again. We have not told about opening the inventory until now. I will show you, but just now that we need to repeat the operation of opening the inventory. I will understand. After that, you use the return node that you had here, okay? And from the return value, you search for handled, and that's it. Okay, so now we need to talk about this event on your character blueprint. I am using the tab input, sorry, tab keyboard. This is it. And a custom event. This custom event named open inventory. This is it. If I pressed the tab, I am gonna open the inventory. So here it is a little bit tricky. So normally you will do this, create widget. Here you select your inventory UI. Inventory UI, okay. The owning player, of course, it will be get player character or controller. And here you will promote it to variable. This variable inventory, okay. Before opening it, you are gonna remove from parent. Okay, guys, this is how to do this because we need to have a clear inventory before each time we are gonna open it. Otherwise, we will have an accumulation of all our items and it will be not functional. So after that, you will add it to your viewport and then you will get your player controller. So set show mouse cursor to true because you need your cursor, your mouse cursor. And here from your character controller again, set input mode to UI or your game and UI. And the widget to focus, of course, will be your inventory like this. Hit compile. And if you release it, what you are gonna do, of course, again, remove the inventory variable, which is an UI variable, and then again you will set the input game mode to game only, which is not game and UI. And you need to set the show mouse cursor to false. And that's it, guys. Okay, now you have a full functional inventory system. So I showed you the basics or the main features of an inventory system. So now it's up to you to adjust your design, to make some modification in order to have a background or more I don't know, realistic or beautiful design. Okay, it's up to you, but mainly the functions and the features are those ones. So now you know how to create an inventory system on your RPG game. Thank you for following, guys. We have reached 1,000 followers, subscribers, and 1,000 our views. I invite you to see all my tutorials to help us monetizing our channel. Thank you for watching and see you in the next tutorial.